not be a complete Coco Halloween party without one of our favorite bands. Maybe Fern is in the house this morning. This band continues to create music magic, and you will be hearing them throughout the show. So welcome to Coco's Halloween Party.
Portions of Colorado & Company contain paid content.
Good morning, everyone, and all our spooky friends out there. Welcome to Colorado & Company's Halloween Show 2024. We're going to have some fun today, starting with some creepy concoctions. If you're throwing a party today, you simply want to change things up. Risa Frisky, our executive producer, does it right when it comes to Halloween. As you can see, did you sleep last night? I mean, look at the setup.
This was actually quite easy.
You have all this stuff at home?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Risa. I knew you were going to go big, which I absolutely love. Okay, we're supposed to be witches today.
We are.
I love it. You did really good with your costume.
Thank you. Thank you.
Witches today.
Hi, Danny.
Hi.
Danny?
What are you wearing?
Which, not sandwiches?
No.
This is a sandwich.
I'm a sandwich.
She's a sandwich.
I got the wrong
Witches.
Okay.
Witches.
Oh,
It's okay. It's cute.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna go fix it.
Go fix this
I'll
and
go
come
fix
back.
this.
Okay.
You guys
We've got
start
stuff to
cooking.
do.
I'll go fix it.
Okay. While Danny changes,
Danny.
Risa, let's get started. You've brought some good stuff this morning, so take
did.
us through what you've brought.
Okay, so on our website, on coloradoandco.com, I already have last year's recipe for Halloweeny linguine.
I remember that.
I have this year's recipe for Halloweeny linguine. It is the reanimated version.
Okay.
You know, we just, bring it back to life.
Yeah.
So the ingredients are very simple.
So you've plated it over there. Oh,
Yep.
that looks fantastic.
Squid ink linguine, which is black. It just has squid ink in it. It makes it black. You mix it. It's a very simple recipe. It's just olive oil, garlic, and these little tomatoes. Like if you get the little heirloom tomatoes, they're kind of creepy.
Those are
they're,
yeah. And we want it to look creepy, right?
Yep. You saute it all together with some shrimp. It pops and it makes this delicious flavor.
It looks delicious.
It's great. It's a very luscious dish.
What did you garnish that with?
Well, I have a little bit of parsley and then red pepper flakes. It's super simple.
Okay.
If you want to use some cheese, use Pecorino Romano cheese because
Okay.
if you use fish, Pecorino Romano is the way to go.
Got it. Okay, now
So if
tell
you're
me
putting
again, how did you get the linguine to go black like that?
It comes like that. See,
Oh,
it's
so
right
you
here.
bought it. Okay.
Yeah, it's right there. It's called squid ink pasta. You can get it in all different shapes. I just happen
love
to like
that.
the linguine.
I love it, and it's
Yeah.
flavorful because I had some last year. All right, you also have the Gravedigger's trifle.
Yeah, this
for
is
a
fun.
little dessert. All right,
This is
tell
a
me about
super.
this.
So where these ingredients are all really whole and pure, I went total junk on
Yes,
this one. But
please.
it's so fun.
Okay, what do we have?
So the trifle is really fun. You just layer it with like strawberry topping and fresh strawberries. Buy a store-bought cake. You can cut it into cubes like that. You've got your vanilla cake, your chocolate cake. You've got gummy worms. You use marshmallows to kind of emulate bones. Sprinkles for dirt. Crush up those graham cracker crumbs and make dirt. And then you just top it like that. I made a little chocolate tree. I just piped some chocolate onto
Wait a
parchment.
minute. When did you make all this?
Last night.
What time did you go to bed?
Very late. But it was good.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a lot of fun.
You're
and this
super
is so
creative,
simple, But you
though.
just assemble it. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, you get pudding. You can get
That's
already
chocolate pudding.
chocolate pudding
Okay.
with like Cool Whip. Seriously, just whip it together and then you just layer it and make it look as creepy
Well, it looks
as you want.
great, and especially if you guys are going to a Halloween party later, maybe a little bit of like a potluck. These are great to bring to that Halloween party. All right, and we've got the recipe up on the website.
Yes, I do, and I'm going to post I have the linguine up right now, but I'm going to post the trifle next, so stay with coloradoandco.com and get all the recipes.
Yes, coloradoandco.com is where you could get the recipes. How long would you say each of these takes from start to finish?
This is 20 minutes. This is a little more because you got to get all the things, but other than that, and it's simple to assemble, and the kids can even help you do that.
I know.
Like 20
we made
minutes.
cupcakes last night, but not quite as nice as what you've brought today.
Well, you can dig.
did really good.
If Danny comes in, she might want to dig some of the trifle out.
We're going to
I
have
have the
some of that a
digger.
little bit later. Oh, wait, she has changed. Come on over, Danny.
She's witchy.
Here we
now.
go.
Oh,
I love it.
Okay. So you can dig.
the three witches.
Just go for it.
Just go for it.
Gosh.
La 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 la. See, she's
Come on,
digging.
Danny.
That's why it's a grave digger trifle.
Love
See?
that.
All right, well, as they have fun with this
Yum.
concoction, we're gonna move on. You can make all the spooky stuff at home, get the recipes for both Halloweeny linguine and the dessert, Gravedigger's Trifle.
Gravedigger's Trifle.
Gravedigger's Trifle at coloradoandco.com.
Super fun.
All right, everybody, coming up, famous medium Deb Shepard is here getting messages from the spirit. She does a live reading coming up later on in the show. We're already having so much fun around here celebrating All Hallows Eve today, but we want to take a few minutes and talk about how Halloween came to be, like where it all got started. Earlier, Danny caught up with Travel Zoo senior editor Gabe Saglier to learn more.
Well, Gabe, it's so awesome to chat with you. You are in one of my favorite places in the world. You're in Ireland right now, Derry, Ireland to be specific. Why are you celebrating Halloween over there?
Great question. It all started here, and we'll get to that here in just a sec, but this is Derry in Northern Ireland. This is the wall city of Derry. So these walls right here, they have a history that dates back 400 years, okay? And these walls, these cannons, still very much in place in the heart of the city, a major tourist attraction, and of course where Derry Halloween is really sort of anchored. And it all started earlier in the week. You know, this is a 5-day affair, so it begins with something called the Awakening of the Walls, as the crowds descend onto these walls, onto these city streets, and the throngs begin to thicken over the days leading up to Halloween. There are these beautiful illuminations against the walls of the city and the facade of these historic buildings, fireworks shows, parades. But don't take my word for it, Danny. This is Winifred the Witch has been celebrating Halloween here for hundreds of years. You're back again. Halloween 2024. Do you feel the buzz in the air?
I'm back again because I love coming here for Halloween. It's simply spellbinding.
And you fit right in, and it must feel so exciting to see thousands, 110,000 people expected just this week here. That's got to make you feel very happy.
Oh, absolutely. They all get into their creepy little costumes. They take to the street in the darkness, and we awaken these ancient walls.
Very spooky, but very apropos because of that. Of course, Winifred will continue to haunt the streets over the next few days, and I'll see you Halloween night, I hope.
Happy Halloween.
There it is, Winifred the Witch. Snapshot of some of the color you'll find this time of year right here in Derry.
That is wonderful. Winifred did an incredible job. You have to tell her hello from us too. Now, take us back a little bit here, Gabe. Tell us more about how Halloween got started in Ireland.
So this is great because I love to tell this story because we love this holiday, but did we understand that it all originated not just here on the island of Ireland, but on a very specific hill that I got to visit recently. It's called the Hill of Ward in an area called County Meath in Ireland. And through archaeological digs and through the carbon dating of remains that have been found on this hill, the Hill of Ward, they've determined that this is where those initial sort of pagan sacrificial ceremonies known as Samhain more than 2,000 years ago would have taken place. Now, why October 31st? Back then, that was the end of the calendar year. Harvest was done, winter was coming, and October 31st was that sort of turn on the calendar, and also the night when the veil, it was believed, between this world and the next was at its thinnest. So the idea that ghosts and spirits from the beyond could cross over and spook you was at its highest. People, for example, would wear masks and costumes to ward off or confuse those spirits. That's a tradition that today we, of course, embrace wholeheartedly as when we dress up for Halloween. So as the Irish have spread around the world, those stories and traditions have followed them, and of course we celebrate, thanks to that, the spookiest holiday of the year on October 31st.
I love that, and I love hearing the history behind it. And we here on Colorado and Company love spooky. So, Gabe, in your travels, have you really felt the haunting and the haunted places that you visited?
Would you believe that, yes, stories abound with 400 plus castles and many more manors and old stately houses across the country. You would find stories about things that go bump in the night. This is Kilkenny Castle. A lot of you may have been to Kilkenny, considered actually one of the most haunted cities in all of Europe. But Kilkenny Castle in the heart of that city. Stories abound around, for example, the spirits of people who have drowned in that river that goes right by, the River Nore. They say that people swear that they've seen the screaming spirits of folks who have drowned in that river traversing the grounds of Kilkenny Castle. Those are also the story of a white lady. When people have taken a tour of the castle, in some of the parlor rooms, they'll see this white lady, this apparition. And these are non-believers they'll tell you, hey, I kind of did see something kind of spooky there. So yeah, these stories do abound across the country, whether it's Halloween week or any other day of the year.
My goodness, so spooky. Well, some other standouts from your time in Ireland so far, Gabe? Anything else that people should check out if they're heading that way?
Yeah, I want to just mention KUSA Festival. So once I'm done here celebrating Derry Halloween, I head down to Trim. Trim Castle, by the way, a lot of you might be familiar with. It features very prominently in the movie Braveheart. It dates back to 1172. This KUSA Festival, which launched in 2019 and I've been covering since its inception, will eventually end at Trim Castle, and we've got a live shot as we speak right there. This beautiful castle. Puka is this mischievous mythological creature. There she is on the lower left. That's Puka and her friends, and they again sort of bring this color and spectacle, very Mardi Gras carnival style flavor to that Puka Festival. Just another example of a festival that has really been embraced not only by the Irish, but as people descend on this country for the holiday from all over the world. One of the great attractions this time of year on this beautiful Emerald Isle.
Well, Gabe, Puka, more like Spooka. My goodness, that is amazing. I love it. Enjoy your time in Ireland. Happy Halloween, and thank you so much for being here today with us.
Hey, same to you. Thanks so much. Happy Halloween.
Good stuff. Okay, for more information, head to Ireland.com.
All right, everybody, if you need something spooky and fun for the entire family this evening, head on over to McGregor Square for their celebration Cocktails and Screams. Robert Wright, lead bartender at Milepost Zero, is here with some creepy cocktails to get your Halloween party started. It's not Halloween without creepy cocktails, Robert.
It is not. It is not. Definitely helps, right?
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you so much for being here. So this is something that I always love as a Halloween tradition, is to kind of get a little boozy, if you will. So what has the month of October looked like at McGregor Square, and what events have been kind of most successful for you guys?
It's been a very busy month with McGregor Square. We've done everything from pumpkin painting to DJ sets. We've done trivia nights with some of our favorite movies featuring, Nightmare Before Christmas, Twilight, which has been a big hit, and Hocus Pocus, of course.
Amazing. Yeah, can't be Halloween without Hocus Pocus. Exactly. I love that. That's so great. Okay, so tell me about Milepost Zero at McGregor Square. Can people come out tonight for spooky cocktails? What's kind of going to be the vibe when we get out there tonight?
Yeah, so kicking off tonight at 7 o'clock, we're going to have a DJ going through the night. Everyone is welcome. Come as you are, but we do recommend costumes.
Yeah.
So feel free, come out as you are, as spooky as you want to be.
Definitely. I don't know. I kind of liked my
Sandwich.
Right? Yeah, it was good. I might have to go back to that. Okay, cool. Amazing. I love this, Robert. So how do you make the Witch's Brew cocktail? You guys have a few really good ones here, but I want to know more about the Witch's Brew. What's in this one?
Yeah, so this one we're actually going to do. We're going to use Mi Campo tequila for this.
Amazing.
So let's make one as we go, because it always helps in practice.
Okay, I love it.
So we're going to do a little bit of the tequila, which always gets the Halloween going.
Definitely.
We're going to do a little bit of lime juice. Fresh squeeze is always best.
Yes.
So don't hesitate. It's good for you. Helps scurvy.
There you go. It helps the scurvy.
Helps scurvy.
Love it.
We're going to finish off with a little bit of grapefruit liqueur.
Okay. Wonderful. And is this one of the more popular cocktails?
Yeah, we've been slowly keeping up with it as more of the process with it.
Amazing.
So we're going to go ahead, now that we got most of our ingredients in there, we're going to shake it up. We're going to top it with some soda, and then we are going to have one of our lovely syringes to finish it off.
Okay. All right. Beautiful.
So we rimmed our glass with tahini.
Okay.
Little spice characteristics to it.
Of course. Love that.
Top it off with a little bit of soda.
All right. Ooh, nice and bubbly too. We need some bubble, toil and trouble.
And to finish this off, we have our butterfly pea tea syrup.
Okay.
That we're going to do in the syringe. So then as the guest gets it, they can inject it. It'll change colors as we go through to the cocktail.
Oh, cool.
So I'm actually going to have you
Want me to inject?
just inject
Okay, let's
the
try
fun.
this out. Ready? Oh, look at that color. I just went all for it.
Perfect. That's good.
It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Can I try it?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much. Ooh, that'll get your juices flowing for Halloween night. I like that. That is beautiful. Okay, now you also have the blood bag cocktail,
Yes.
which I need to talk about because that is just spooky in itself.
These are super popular. We've been keeping up with these. Think of these as more of like a berry-forward sangria.
Oh, I love that.
So
Okay.
super fun. We'll
Yep.
crack the top, either put a straw in or enjoy it as you like. If you're dressed like a vampire, bite right into it.
There you go. Bite right in. I have to ask you too about this bucket because there's ice in here and straws. So what's gonna go in this guy?
So this is one of our larger formats if you have, which I hope people and friends coming in groups.
Yeah.
This is gonna be our Beetlejuice. This is gonna be a large format cocktail. So this is gonna be for 2 or more guests.
Okay,
Yep.
sounds good. That's definitely the way to do it. I can't imagine somebody trying to finish that.
Nope.
themselves. Okay, that's great. So Milepost Zero is hosting an official Halloween party tonight again. Who can come? Well, who is this for?
This is for everyone.
Great.
Definitely a neighborhood bar, as you can see, but also large format enough to have, and the DJ will be there playing the tunes.
Amazing. Oh my gosh. Well, Robert, thank you so much. This is so great. Sounds like the place to be tonight. And I'm going to take another sip. And cheers. Happy
Cheers.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Guys, please drink responsibly. I clearly am not. Awesome. Again, thank you so much. And this Halloween night, you guys head over to McGregor Square in Lodo for some cocktails and screams, plus pumpkin carving, DJs, and trivia. So much to do. You can also go party it up with delicious cocktails at Milepost Zero at McGregor Square. For more info, you can go to mcgregorsquare.com. All right, Claudia, what's going on over there?
Hey, Danny. Well, we are certainly having a blast here in the studio, and when Colorado and Company returns, Denver band that we all love around here is killing it. Maybe Fern, and they're jamming out this Halloween right here on Coco. We get to know the band in just a little bit. Stay with us.
Go ahead and color me stuff.
Well, Colorado is known for a lot of things. Great hikes, bluebird skiing days, and a lot of haunted places. Oh, yeah. Well, our next guests know all about this. Please welcome paranormal investigators Robert Lewis and Brian Bonner. Hello, welcome to Colorado and Company.
Great to be here. Thanks for having us.
We had to have you guys on the show today because, look, there are some pretty haunted places here in Denver. Robert, tell us more about who you guys are and what you do.
Well, we are the Rocky Mountain Paranormal Research Society. We've been looking into paranormal claims for a long time. Ghosts, hauntings, aliens, cryptids. If it's weird and bizarre, we want to try to figure out whether there's anything to it or not. And if there's nothing there, we'll debunk it. If there is something there, we'll say so.
You'll report it, right? Okay, Brian, how long have you guys been investigating paranormal claims, and when did you first say, I like this, I like doing this kind of work?
We've been looking into these claims for 26 years now, and basically it's because we're horror nerds. We love the idea of spooky things, so it just has spurred our interest in the field.
Well, it's a cool field for sure, and of course, for those brave ones. Brian, okay, what are some of the most interesting haunts around town? Like, what are the ones, in your opinion, that are truly haunted?
The interesting places, and we can discuss it a little more, I'd say probably my favorite is Cheeseman Park.
Okay.
And the reason for that is it's absolutely disturbing history and the ghost stories.
It was a graveyard, right?
It still is a graveyard.
It still is. How many bodies would you say are at Cheeseman Park?
Rough estimate, somewhere between 2,000 and 5,000 bodies still in the park.
Okay. Well.
And to share with you, we actually brought a couple of things. We have up in the little frame here a casket piece from Cheeseman Park that was pulled up in 2010, so proof that there are bodies there.
Oh my goodness.
And because we are horror nerds, the movie Poltergeist was based on Cheeseman Park.
I didn't know that.
And of course, they moved the bodies and kept the heads, or moved the headstones, kept the bodies. But the thing is, the remake of the movie, the pig here, was the main prop.
Yes, and you've brought it with you today.
So, horror nerds at heart.
Yes,
So we travel
definitely
with
are.
casket hardware and a pig.
Exactly.
You travel with it? Oh my God, why am I not surprised? Okay, Molly Brown. A lot of people have said, oh my goodness, for sure, Molly Brown haunted.
Yep.
What's your opinion on that?
My opinion is we would love to go to the location. That's one of the few places that we haven't been, but the ghost stories there are amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, you have ghosts in the main room. You have a ghost that sits on the landing outside. We have cigar smoke. It's just all of the classic haunts.
Yeah, and
So-
it's like the perfect place if you've been to the Molly Brown house. It just screams haunting, right? This is certainly a great place to visit on Halloween. Okay, what about Union Station? I just love Union Station, but I hear it's haunted.
One of the main ghost stories there is seeing basically soldiers coming back from the various wars who came back via train. Middle of the night, there's nobody there, and you see these phantom soldiers walking through the building at night.
Oh my gosh, have you personally encountered one of these ghosts?
Haven't seen any soldiers in that building. I would love to.
That is pretty scary, and they just went through a big renovation. Ghosts still continue no matter what you do with the building.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Robert, break down how you choose what to investigate. Like, what calls you?
Well, it's always by invitation. We're not the amateur groups that try to break into any place. Usually somebody reaches out to us, and it could be a private residence or it could be a public venue, and they say, hey, I think this place might be haunted. Can you look into it? And we collect some information and make the arrangements. Every once in a while, there's a famous one that we want to get into, and we reach out to them, and it's the same thing. We talk about the ghost stories and try to arrange when is the best time to do it.
Oh, see, that definitely is very awesome work, but it's only for certain people. Now, what sets you apart from other paranormal investigators? Like, you know how a lot of people may say, oh, I don't know if I believe them, but what would you say sets you two apart?
I think part of it is the longevity, because we've been at it for a long time.
Yeah.
Part of it is that we do insist on that scientific approach, so we're not just going to run around and try to scare ourselves, as fun as that can be. But on the other hand, we're not going to be like the cynical debunkers that will just poo-poo everything. We're going to go in with open minds and figure out, is there something there or not? And combined with eclectic backgrounds and a lot of different experiences and a lot of years at it, I think we bring some perspectives that maybe most other groups don't.
Okay, I love that about you guys. And really quick, before I let you go, if somebody wants to connect with you, what's the best way to find you guys?
Well, we got a website, RockyMountainParanormal.com.
Okay.
If you're interested in our books, that's where all of our stories are written up in great detail.
You've got 2 books.
We've got 2 books out and more to come. And those are available anywhere books are sold or through the publisher directly, where we also have signed copies, and that's at polymathpress.com.
Got it. Thank you both so much for being here, and I'm going to have to just keep an eye out next time I'm at Union Station, if you know what I mean. Okay, everybody, to connect with Robert or Brian, head to RockyMountainParanormal.com. You can also check out their books at polymathpress.com. When Colorado and Company returns, channeling spirit and sharing messages from the other side. Find out who else is in the studio with us as medium Deb Shepard does a live reading coming up on KOGO. Well, psychic medium Deb Shepard has performed over 50,000 readings, helping people move through grief, personal crisis, even relationship challenges. We love having her on the show today, and she's been picking up on spirit ever since we went on the air this morning. All right, and she's going to let us know what she's feeling and what kind of messages she has for them. Deb, first of all, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
As always, thank you guys. And I get to meet you for the first time.
I know.
This is awesome.
I've heard so much about you, and I've told Risa I want got to talk with Deb, but we had never met. So what a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Deb, how does Spirit come to you? You told us before the show that Spirit has been trying to contact with you even last night about today's show.
Yeah, you know, they're always, I turn it off when I'm not working. I always say it's none of my business to be in someone else's space, but when I know I have an event like this, and I sort of start opening up the channels a little bit. A few years ago when we did the show, they actually, in our laundry room, opened up our cabinets and threw out vases, and they broke all over the floor. So it was someone's grandpa that would do that to them. So they like to come through and kind of say, we're here.
Really?
Yeah.
And you immediately sense that, or you know there is a presence there?
Yes. You feel, do you ever feel like someone's looking at you and you turn around and there is someone looking at you?
That's happened to me before, but I'm just like...
But maybe a person, even when a person does,
you kind of sense the presence. Now, is this constant for you, or it's just random?
No, I turned it off. Unless my joke is, you know, if it's no money on the table, I'm not doing it. And part of that is just to have a boundary.
Of course.
That it's not my job just to tune in and go into everybody else's space. Because people are not ready to hear it from their loved ones sometimes. There's just a lot of grief. And like you said, we try to help people through grief.
Exactly.
And, you know, I feel like people have to be in a space to go, I'm ready to go there.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to be mentally, emotionally ready for something like that. And how do you know when you're ready? Okay, you have been channeling some spirit here this morning. Was it? Did it just call to you immediately? How did that happen?
I think it's like everyone. When you do your job, you sit down, you get in that mindset.
Yeah, mindset.
You get in the mindset. Like, this is what I need to do. And so I do the same thing. I get in my mindset. I'm like, oh yeah, hello, and they're talking and they're giving me energy, and they give me, since there's no body. There's no vocal cords, so what they're doing is they're giving me a language that I've learned over the years to be able to interpret what they're saying.
That is just awesome work. Okay, well, you've got a message for our very own Danny. So Danny, come on up here, because Deb has been kind of feeling you out a little bit and has some messages for you. So go ahead, Deb.
So sorry, I got a father figure, and you said your father's passed.
Yes.
And I got two, and I think I, kind of said this to you, that there's something going on either October or November that's either a birthday, anniversary, something like that, and that's...
My birthday is October.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's a connection that he's saying, hello, happy birthday.
Yeah.
I also feel like your dad was really sick.
He was very sick, yes.
And I also feel like he was a real trooper, but he's also saying he was sort of difficult to take care of. So whether it was your mom or stepmom, someone trying to handle him, and he just says, oh, I'm just so sorry, because he didn't, well, no one likes being sick, right?
Yeah.
But for men especially.
Of course.
And he's telling me that prior to him really getting sick, he was sort of ignoring sort of some signs, or not doing some things that could have kept him going. Does that resonate?
Absolutely.
And he feels like if he would have done things differently, then he'd still maybe be here, or at least he'd have a better chance in fighting this.
Yes.
He's also there. Is his mom passed?
His mom is alive.
Okay, is she sick or something going on with her?
There's a little bit of distance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's something he wants to talk about with that, but it's sort of like there's some healing that's important, or some things that are really important to maybe have doors before doors are closed with her.
Sure.
How do we do those kind of things?
Wow.
Very proud of you. This is a father that has a lot of pride, and maybe he said this when he was alive, but I just feel like, this dad's like, that's my girl, that's my girl as well, too.
That's what he used to say, that's my girl.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I love this stuff. Did you lose a small dog as well, and this is somebody else?
We did in the family, yes.
Okay, so he's bringing through a little dog. And the other thing I'm getting here is there's someone, whether it's for you or someone else here in the studio, who there's two people, one that died for sure from suicide, and one that might have been an accidental, overdose.
We had an accidental death pretty close to our family pretty recently, too.
Okay, so they're there as well.
Yeah.
And so many times when someone accidentally suicides, or there's a suicide, people are really worried about where they are and things like that. They're with your dad. And I think your dad was a great guy. I think your dad had his stuff, like all of us do.
Of course.
But I feel it's to let the family know this person's going to be okay.
Oh,
They're
Deb,
right.
thank you so much. Ooh, goosebumps on this Halloween. I love that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks for being out there,
Oh
too.
does my dad have anything to say?
Does your dad pass too?
No.
Oh.
No, but what a wonderful message, Danny. And we all know here on Coco how fond you were of your father.
Yes,
and
we're very close.
How long ago did he pass?
Just 2 years ago now.
Oh, because
yeah,
it's been pretty recent.
Yes.
In what month?
He passed in July.
July, okay.
Yes, yes. And my little daughter was born in July this year.
Oh.
It's all connected.
Yes, we've got
full circle.
cute
Absolutely.
baby Eleanor is now part of the world, right? So
Yes.
congratulations on that too, Danny.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thanks, Deb.
Deb, do you
Chills.
sometimes have certain, I don't know, callings or like with me, do you get anything strange?
Strange. That's strange.
Claudia.
You know?
Okay. Do you want me? So I can also tune
Yeah.
into anyone living. So if it's about your dad that's living and you have some concerns, I can also do that. So soul's a soul.
Okay.
So people think a medium only connects with people who have passed, and that's because it helps with validation. But if your dad is still living, do you have some concerns around your dad?
Maybe.
Well, if not, I don't have to do any of that. But just if you want me to look about you.
Anything you're getting.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Interesting, because I wouldn't have said this about you, but I feel like you really want to take care of the world on some level. There's a sense of you that your heart is like, I want to make sure everyone's okay. And I think someone in your position doesn't always seem that they would judge that. They would not see always that. But I feel like you have this underlying area of your life, like you want to make sure everyone's treated with kindness and everyone has got the opportunity to have a voice and be heard. So there's a big piece of you that I think people don't always see. And I feel like you do some acts of kindness that people don't know about.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. I wish my kiddos would know that.
Well, yeah, kiddos are not supposed to till they have their own kids.
That's
There's
right.
also a move coming up for you. And a move doesn't have to, is it like a...
There, yeah.
Okay, so they're
That's
showing
very
me that's
possible.
a move that's a possible coming up. And sometimes we're like on the fence about these things, but I feel like the move is this going to be worth all the effort going into it?
Yep.
And my sense is yes, because it feels like it's time. So it might be asking for help to make that move work.
Okay, so in your opinion, the move is a good thing.
It is.
Okay.
But
there we
free
go.
will, you don't have to do it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't get lottery numbers. So if anyone wants lottery numbers.
Wouldn't that be something? Deb, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being with us today.
Thank
A
you
true
so much.
pleasure to have you. And Danny, of course, for willing to come up here and share about your father.
Being
Okay,
vulnerable.
everybody. And you can book a private reading with Deb Shepard. She's incredible, guys. And she's hosting a gallery reading event right here in Denver on November the 15th. Sign up on her website. It's debshepard.com. All right, we were just talking with Spirit, but now it's time to honor those who have passed. Coming up after the break, we see what Kachina Cantina is cooking up for Day of the Dead. Well, after all the tricks and treats tonight, there is more to celebrate because tomorrow is Dia de los Muertos. And Chef Carlos Fierro, the executive chef over at Kachina Cantina, is in the Coco kitchen today with some good stuff. My favorite, mole. Chef, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. You guys are preparing for Day of the Dead over at Kachina. How's it been
correct.
going?
It's been going good. We're ready for the next couple of days.
It's going to be awesome to have this delicious food go with the holiday. Okay, tell us all about Dia de los Muertos offerings you have going on right now.
So we have a few offerings. Right now we have chicken with mole negro, and also we're offering our specialty drink, a husk till dawn.
Oh, hello. Okay, and you're talking about these cocktails here?
Yes.
Is this something good to pair with the mole?
They do pair well together, absolutely.
Why did you put those two together?
The flavors kind of go well together. So it's a mezcal drink with a corn liqueur and topped with pineapple kombucha, and it goes well with the mole negro.
When we're talking about Dia de los Muertos, there's a lot of a culture that goes behind that, a lot of sentimental value there. What made you say mole is the right menu for Dia de los Muertos?
What inspired me to use mole is because it's a very traditional Mexican dish. It is something that we can all relate to, and we can place on the ofrenda, and it will welcome back the old souls.
I agree with you.
Yes.
If you're going to use a menu, it's got to have the mole to really bring that heritage into such a big day. Okay, so what else goes on this? You've got the chicken. Is this how people would order it when they come over to Kachina?
This is almost a complete product. The only thing we're going to do on top of it is just put the mole sauce on top. So it's a grilled half chicken. We have red rice, avocado,
Yum.
sliced radish, micro cilantro as a garnish, and then you finish the dish with a little toasted sesame seeds on
You
top.
gotta have the sesame seeds. Okay, let me ask you this, Chef, because my mother makes mole. She's pretty good, good cook. She uses peanut butter, she uses chocolate, she uses the molcajete and goes at it. What's your recipe, or maybe like, what do you use for your mole?
I use a lot of ingredients, and we have some of them on here on display. So
Okay.
you can see some of them. So you can see the plantains, tomatillos,
Yeah.
the chocolate too. No peanuts.
Peanuts? Yeah, my
people
mom
use
puts
peanut
that in
butters
there.
or peanuts, but I decided not to go with it because a lot of peanut allergies.
A lot
out
of
there.
peanut allergies out there.
So,
Yeah,
I do have
understandably so.
almonds, pumpkin seeds, raisins, 3 different types of chilies, onions, and tortillas as well in there.
This is calling my name. I mean, mole, where there's mole, there's Claudia, just saying. And you want to wash it down with the right cocktail. And as you were saying, Chef, you made these for a reason because they're going to go with the mole. So
Yes,
here's
that's
for
correct.
you. Toast to your incredible work. What is in this cocktail?
It is mezcal.
Woo! Ow! That is a good cocktail.
It is,
Okay.
Mezcal is kind of the featured cocktail in there, and it's also pineapple kombucha.
I get that. Okay.
And then corn liqueur too.
Oh my goodness. How long is this menu going to be going on at Kachina Cantina?
We'll have it until the 3rd of November.
Until when, I'm sorry?
November 3rd.
November the 3rd. Okay, what was the inspiration behind the menu when you were putting it all together for Day of the Dead?
Like I said, I just wanted something that's very traditional, something that brought Mexico, something that could resonate with everybody.
I think you did wonderful picking mole. I mean, it is so traditional. It just brings me back to my mom's kitchen when I was growing up. Okay, when someone comes into Kachina Cantina, what do you recommend they order? If somebody's coming in for like the first time.
I would recommend that they try our variety of tacos that we offer.
I've had those.
Yeah. The pork belly taco is very popular. We offer it during our happy hour. We also carne asada, carnitas, saldero, chicken tinga. So there's definitely good variety you can pick and choose.
That's right. The chef definitely knows what he's doing. If you want some great food, and it's like right in the heart of downtown Denver, the location is also perfect too.
Yes, it is. We're inside the Maven Hotel, Dairy Block. So it's central to downtown Denver.
You're just a few minutes away from me, so we may make it a Kachina Cantina kind of night, guys. Okay, Chef, thank you so much for being with us today, and we'll see you very soon. I'm going to come have some of that mole.
Please.
All right, everybody, consider celebrating Dia de los Muertos at Kachina Cantina with Chef Carlos and the entire team. And of course, please drink responsibly. You can see the full menu at kachinadenver.com, and we've got more Halloween fun in about 2 minutes. Stay with us. Well, they are definitely one of Denver's very best, and the very first time we had them here on Coco, we were like, we've got to have them back. It's the very fun and talented Maybe Fern back in the Coco studios. So let's get to know the band and why they need to be on your daily playlist. First off, let's meet the band. We'll start with you.
I'm Hannah May.
Hi, Hannah.
I'm Kate Fern.
And we have?
My name's Maddie, and this is my brother Ian Spillman, and he's joining us on drums today.
He's your brother?
He
Oh my
is,
gosh,
yeah.
I love that. We've got some talent in the family. Okay, Maddie, how was Maybe Fern's sound and style developed? Are you guys all different? How did all of that come together?
Yeah, so we all come from pretty different musical backgrounds.
Yeah.
I grew up playing funk music, and I have a lot of new wave influence from my parents.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. Kate grew up in musical theater, so that's a lot of her background, and also a lot of soul music. And then Hannah comes from a blues background with some jazz influences. And they're all pretty diverse, and you can kind of hear that in our music.
Yeah, you can. And what's cool about the collaboration is everybody brings something different, and that's how you create like such an original sound, which I think you guys have definitely done. Okay, Hannah, you have some really cool music people can stream. What's the latest, and where can people listen to the band and start putting it on the playlist?
Yeah, we just released a brand new single. It's called Blood Beach.
Uh-huh.
We'll be playing it here soon. It's a spooky surf rock kind of song, and we're streaming everywhere. So wherever you listen to music, you can stream Maybe Fern.
That's right. And I got to give it up for the vocals because the vocals are very good. And yes, I have you playing in my Ford as we speak. And Kate, how did Maybe Fern get started? Tell us about the name too, because a lot of people are probably wondering, Maybe Fern, how did that come about?
Yeah, definitely. So we've got Hannah May. I'm Kate Fern. And we founded the band.
Okay.
But I knew Maddie since we were 10 years old.
Really?
And about a year into us playing out, Maddie hit me up and was like, do you guys want another member? And we definitely did. So the legend was born. That's Maybe Fern.
The legend, for sure. Did you think it was going to turn into something so cool?
Yeah, I mean,
you
always
knew it,
intended, yeah. We knew as soon as we started that we were creating something special.
And you really do have it. You've got some fans here at the KUSA studios for sure. Kate, I was seeing your Instagram because I follow you guys and saw that you've toured all over the country. I mean, you guys are doing good stuff. For the fans here at home, though, those of us here in Denver and Colorado, where can we catch your next performance?
Yeah, so we did do a really awesome West Coast tour this summer. But as far as in town, November 8th, we're going to be playing at Bar 404 on Broadway. That's our home bar. Okay. And we're doing our showcase that we do with them every month. It's called 40 Fern. So we definitely encourage you go see that. But also follow us on Instagram. We put our schedule up there. We update everyone on there all the time.
They've got the Instagram, and you guys are so good about posting really cool stuff on there as well. Okay. You guys are really, really kick butt here in studio, but what's it like to watch Maybe Fern live when somebody comes out and sees your show?
High energy, I think just like great energy in the room and on stage, and we're just there to have fun. You can see us having fun on stage.
Oh, I could see it here.
That bleeds into the audience as well.
Yeah, isn't it great when you're performing live and you really do feed off that energy coming right back at you and all the love from the fans?
Absolutely.
It's super, super cool. Okay, give us again your next show where people can catch you.
It's going to be November 8th at Bar 404.
Bar 404. All right, you've got a website, you've got an Instagram, and the best way people can tune in? All streaming platforms. I get you guys on Apple.
Yeah, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you listen to music, we are playing.
All right, everybody, stream the music from Denver's own Maybe Fern, a favorite here on KOKO, on all streaming platforms. And for concert dates, everything else you want to know, be sure to follow them on social media at May_B_Fern. You can also check out the website, maybe_fernband.co. And here they are. It's Maybe Fern on KOKO's Halloween show.
I've heard your last words, 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 I've heard your last, I've heard your last words, I've heard your last. I want my skin to burn. I'm not gonna learn. Telling the moon, telling the moon, it's my turn. I've heard your last words.